Hey guys, what's going on? Sherman here. And I'm back and thought I'd do a little EDC update. I think this one's going to be a little bit more interesting than my last one, where it's just me standing in front of the camera giving a bunch of excuses. Anyway, haven't made a video in a while. You know, same old really. It's been too cold. It's been raining non-stop here for about 3 days straight. As it was when I came out of the shed, the ground was disgusting, squishing beneath my feet and in my shoes. It was gross. But anyway, I wanted to sneak out here to the shed and want to do a quick EDC update for you guys. Well, I say a lot of my videos are going to be quick, and then it runs on to be a 10, 13-minute video. But anyway, I have a few new EDC items here, and I think it's going to be a little bit more interesting. I'm going to start out. I've been carrying my keys a lot more than I had been. I've been carrying them on me, whereas I used to just be carrying them in my remora. But I've been carrying them on my person a little bit more now. I don't really know why. Nothing real new about my keys, except this little lanyard fob. My girlfriend actually made that for me, and I love it. So I'm never taking that off here. And my favorite colors too. How perfect is that? So I love that. Same old lanyards too, by the way, that I've had on there for almost about a year now. Put that on there when after I went to Blade Show. So I got my keys. Of course, I'm still carrying my CountyCom LA wallet. Still love it. I'll usually either put it in the breast pocket of my leather jacket or just carry it in my front pocket with my cell phone. Hair tie as usual. I've been wanting to show this off, but I forgot to in my last EDC video, so I actually took it off to put it in here. I'm sure you guys are really wondering what it is now. But it's a new bracelet I made. I'm really pleased with this one. It's my first one that I've done in this style with a skull on the front. It is a chrome skull bead. Looks pretty wicked. But I did it in the same coloration that my lanyard is. It's that ACU, the digital camouflage pattern. It's a little bit different. It looks a little bit more, it's like more bright. There's a little bit more foliage than any other of the colors. And I did it in black. Black in that camouflage. But this one actually fits. This one fits better than any other bracelet I've ever made. I just really like it. I think it looks really good. And that little chrome skull bead really sets it off, you know. I really like that. I also made my girlfriend one. She was really impressed with those. Thought that was really cool. Of course, I'm still carrying my flashlight, my Quark Mini 123, 4.7s. Expect a review, guys. I keep forgetting that, and every time I want to do a review of it, I want to do some night shots, take it outside and show you some distance, like beam tests or whatever you want to call it. But it had been raining, so I haven't been able to. But if I can, I'll try to get outside tonight and maybe do a review, or possibly tomorrow night. So still the best flashlight I've found for the size and lumen output. For the size, lumen output, and battery life, this is probably the best flashlight on the market today. To this date anyway, which is January 27th, 2012. With the exception of some really expensive flashlights, like some of the Claris flashlights, and even the Jet Beam. I think it's a Jet Beam E01 or E, something like that, but it's a little bit more expensive, about $25 more than the Mini 123, but it's pretty impressive light as well. I still highly recommend this light. Stay tuned for a full in-depth review. Now probably one of the more exciting EDC pieces here, because you guys have only seen, since I started making YouTube videos basically, or EDC videos, is my old crappy NV3. Which isn't really that crappy. It's a great phone, but it's just kind of behind in the times. So, I've been EDCing lately. My new cell phone, it is the HTC Thunderbolt, Verizon's first 4G phone. Yeah, it is outdated to today's standards. It came out, I think, almost a year ago. So it's outdated to today's standards, and you can actually see my camera there, and there is me. Hello! But I love it. It fits my needs and does what I need a phone to do, with a few extra things. That's just kind of nice to have. But as a lot of people have been saying, and that I have actually found myself, the battery life is absolutely terrible on this phone. I mean, it sucks. I'm lucky if I get 5 hours out of it without having to recharge it. So I downloaded this this app. It's a paid app. It's called Juice Defender, Ultimate Juice Defender. Excellent app. I highly recommend it. I can do a video of it in the future if you guys want. But basically what it does, without trying to veer off of the tactical subject here, basically what it does is that your Wi-Fi, 4G, 3G, whatever is always running. No matter what. This is in idle mode, you know, you turn it on, but it's always running at all times. At all times. So you don't need your wireless, your whatever. You don't need your 3G constantly running. That's only for data. You only need your data to sync when you're on your phone and using it. So that's why your battery is going to die so quickly. But what Juice Defender does is that it will turn off all of your data when your phone is idle. You can still receive text because you don't rely on 3G or your wireless connection to receive text. That's only for internet and data. You don't need to receive internet and data usually, unless you're like a businessman or whatever. You know, you got to receive texts or IMs or whatever constantly. I don't need that. You know, I can manually check my email, manually check anything I need to. I don't need it to constantly be syncing while the phone is in idle mode. So what the Juice Defender does is it turns all that off when the phone is idle. So it has really, really been saving my battery life. Now I still text more than the normal person does, and I'm sure most of you will agree that texting on a smartphone will drain the battery more than anything will, just about. But when my phone is idle, it's really saving my battery. So it's a $4.99 app, or the app is $4.99. It's almost a $5 app, but it's completely worth it if you guys have a smartphone and you're looking to conserve some battery life. If you guys don't really use it that often, if you guys don't text a lot, then the Juice Defender is going to be perfect. It's already saved me. I think it said it's estimated like 2 times my battery life. So made my battery lasts 2 times longer than it had normally. So love the phone overall. It's an excellent phone. Super fast. I love the 4G connection. I can check my YouTube on it. Of course, direct upload and all that cool crap. Also, I've been carrying this microfiber cloth in my pocket because you know how I get, you know, with my knife reviews, you guys see I'm always trying to clean smudges off because I'm just very anal about it. So these touch screens, they obviously, you know, get fingerprints all over them. So I've been carrying a little microfiber cloth with me. It really helps, plus it'll help with my knives too. Alright Sherman, shut up and get to the knives. Well, my EDC rotation has been a little bit different depending on where I go. Now, it sounds kind of weird, but most of the time when I'm just around the house or I'm going out, my main carry is going to be my paramilitary 2. I love this knife. It's perfect and it's amazing in every way. Just incredible knife. I usually opt to carry it more than my military, just because I don't know, I like it. It's just super fun to play with. And when I'm carrying my paramilitary, my secondary carry is always my Sage 2 or Sage 1. I'm sorry. Now, if I'm going to church, this is going to be my main carry, and I won't have a secondary, just because I'm wearing maybe dressier clothes. And this is just much more of a dressy knife. You know, it's very low profile, doesn't scare anybody, and it can still get the job done, whatever that job may be. It's just such a classy knife and so much fun to play with. I really cannot describe it without you guys actually picking one up for yourself. You know, it's just one of those deals. You have to get one to experience it. Whoop. So that's my carry, usually. Some days I change it up. If I'm going to be outside or working around, you know, I want some more knives that are going to be beater knives. So then I'll usually carry my Manix 2. I know you guys are probably thinking, you're going to use a Manix as a beater knife? Well, this knife is very strong. It did not cost as much as my paramilitary or even my Sage 1. So it's going to be a little bit stronger. You know, plus the ball bearing lock is a very strong system. I know there's a lot of controversy. But trust me, this lock is much stronger than a frame lock or a liner lock. Just the nature of the design. you have a big piece of steel pressing up against the tang of the blade, and it's not going down. It's just not happening. Whereas with a liner lock or a frame lock, you have the tang of the blade, which is usually at a slant, and then the lock comes over. Well, the lock, given pressure, the lock can slip because it's on a slant, and it's two smooth pieces of steel. So the more pressure against that tang, the more it's able to slip. A ball bearing lock, you have a tang, and then the ball basically rests like this. So I mean, it's just that I know it's really hard to explain. I'll do an in-depth video of it. If you guys want me to do a lock comparison video, let me know in the description, because I do these videos for you guys, and I don't know what you guys want to see. So if you want me to do a lock comparison video, let me know, and I'll go more in depth about it. But trust me, it is just a matter of fact that I know how stuff works. I mean, it's not a biased opinion. It's nothing. You can't lie about how stuff works. It's just a fact of how this mechanism works. It's going to be stronger than a liner or a frame lock. It's just the way it is. So I like that as a beater knife, and it's just a fun knife to have. Now when I'm carrying that, my secondary is going to be my Boker Subclaw, because it's small. It's a very, very easy knife to carry secondarily. And here again, it's much cheaper than either of these knives, so I can really thrash on it. And I recently put a stupid edge on it with the Sharp Maker. I've been having fun with that Sharp Maker, guys. I've been sharpening it up. I sharpened about 12 of my knives the other night, and now they're all phone book paper cutting sharp. This one isn't quite as sharp, or you can't really tell as much, because it's still really hard to get that swoop, but I don't know if I can demonstrate it. Still got to catch it on a few spots. There we go. Once you get the right angle down. I mean, that's just stupid. Yeah, this thing, this thing's a little terror, guys. I mean, this thing is just a beast. You got that very fine little point. And I realized I have never done a review on this knife, so expect that in the future. Just an incredible little knife. Highly recommend it to anybody looking for a small, very, very slim, maybe money clip knife. I highly recommend this over the Warcom, or not the Warcom, just the regular Subcom. Subclaw is much better, in my opinion. So that is my, usually, and sometimes if I'm going outside, if I'm going in the woods, my main carry is going to be my Raja 3, which I did not bring out with me, which I apologize for, but just keep that in mind. I'll usually use my Raja 3. It's causing a huge glare. So anyway, guys, if you want me to do a video on the Juice Defender app, let me know. If you want me to do an in-depth video on the lock comparison, let me know. I've had a few requests on how to do the Cobra Stitch knot. I've had a few requests on how to tie off my lanyards that I make with the tassels and the fringe, whatever you want to call it. So let me know, guys. Like I said, I do these videos for you. I really want to know what you guys want to see down there in the comments box. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for many more videos to come, and I hope you all have a great day. All right, guys, stay safe, stay sharp, and God bless. Sherman614, peace.